Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna make a video on the news we got yesterday, actually, but I never made a video on it um, to, go with it, go with this news with you guys, go over it and stuff. So I'm gonna talk about it today. Basically, we got an article yesterday, basically confirming that Courtney Cox will be returning as her role in her role as in Scream 6. So we finally got that confirmed because you guys know I've made like a few videos. The past few Scream videos I've made, I've been saying, we don't know anything about Courtney yet. We don't know anything if Gail is gonna return. Like, we don't know yet. But now we have the official confirmation that she is going to be in Scream 6. And we finally got that confirmed because you guys know she was removed from the cast list. She was removed from the official cast list for some reason, like last month, and we never got an answer for that. So now that we finally have her officially confirmed, we we it's now we can move on because now that we know, we can just move on and we can finally be happy because we have this officially confirmed. Um, I'm honestly excited for this because um we're gonna have Gale and Kirby in this film. We have that confirmed. We have that confirmed that they're both going to be in this film. So I honestly am excited mainly just because I'm hoping that they do a few scenes with Gale and Kirby, them talking and whatnot like that. That would be cool. Like to see Gale and Kirby. I actually don't even remember if they had any interactions in Scream 4, but I'm pretty sure they did. Like probably like once or twice in the film, but I, I'm sure it wasn't like they didn't have like big interactions throughout Scream 4. But I would love to see Gale and Kirby like work together in Scream 6 to defeat Ghostface, and like they're like hunting down Ghostface, going after them. You know, Gale had already lost Dewey in Scream 6, so I mean in Scream 5, so she can have like this vengeance to just take down any Ghostface because she's just tired of all this stuff. I feel like that would be cool. And then with Kirby, obviously like you would have her like she would like be over this stuff, like she wouldn't be scared of anything anymore, and she would just be happy, living her life, ready to take down Ghostface. She is no longer scared of this stuff. She's no longer scared of what happened in Scream 4 whenever she was stabbed by Charlie and, was free was um was bleeding, almost bleeding to death. Um Pretty much like she would have gotten over that by now because she's like an adult now. You would see Kirby's adult life and where she's evolved from now. So I honestly think that a few scenes with Gale and Kirby would be cool. That would be cool, honestly. But I also want to talk about a few other things. I already talked about it in my last video, but the whole Nev Campbell not returning situation. I I know because there's been a lot of things that I've seen. Like it feels like there's a lot of angry fans. Who are way like they're just really angry that she's not returning. And the thing with me though is that I'm not bothered because she's not returning. It's the fact that she's not returning because they didn't want to pay her. Like if they would have just paid her the money, like if Paramount Studios, because now I finally know who it is, because like I in my last video I kept just saying like studio, Like it was the studios who were doing this, and I didn't, because I didn't know the name of the people who were the company that were doing this, but now I know it was Paramount Studios and Skyglass. They're the ones who are in charge of like giving out actors money. They're the ones who who produce the money and give them to the actors and pay them. So I now know it was them. It was not Radio Silence. For anyone who's sending hate to Radio Silence, like please stop doing that because like I see a lot of people sending hate to the wrong people and being angry and saying a bunch of horrible stuff. And it's just like they're sending hate to Radio Silence. They're sending hate to the directors, Matt and Tyler, as well. Like what did they have to do with this? This is not their fault. This is Paramount Studios' fault, who are not paying Nev Campbell her money to return. Like that is all Paramount Studios. So, for anyone out there who is sending hate to, the directors and Radio Silence, like, it's just please know that it has nothing to do with them. They're not the ones who are in charge of paying actors money and anything like that. This is all Paramount Studios. They're the reasons Nev didn't get paid what she wanted. Um, and like I said, I've said multiple times that I don't mind that Sydney won't return. If she doesn't return, I don't mind. But I've always said that because like the thing with me is that like I don't mind if Sydney doesn't return in Scream 6. I wouldn't mind if Nev Campbell would have came out and said, "Oh, I don't want to be a part of this just because I feel like I've done everything for this franchise, and I'm kind of just like I just want to move on and do other things, and just end the franchise off at this, and just give my happy ending to my character at this point." You know what I'm saying? If she would have just said that, I would have been okay with that because at least we know that she's still happy. She's doing her own thing. Nev Campbell, she's still happy. She's doing her own thing. She's happy where Sydney is at in life now. She wants to leave the franchise off at here, and I would have been okay with that. But it's the fact that she she's not returning because she's doing it for her own will, but it's because they're not paying her. That's my issue. She's not returning because they're not paying her, and that's kind of my problem. Like if she would have not returned because she just didn't feel like it, I would have totally been fine with that. I would respect it. I would be fine. But it's the fact that she's not returning because she's not getting paid enough money, and it's just like it just seems like a big just you know ruckus that's going on now. It just all of this really could have been avoided if they would have just paid her or and whatnot. Like I just man, it's crazy. Like because the directors, I'm pretty sure I don't remember who said this, but I'm pretty sure like the writers or the directors, they said that if Nev ever chooses to not return for Scream 6, we already have a script ready um to we already have like a script ready in case she does not return for Scream 6. So that way we can use it and then we can go we can add that to where we're going with the story and our movie and stuff like that. Like they they were saying that, I'm pretty sure. I remember hearing that like a few months ago. And now that she's not returning for good, like we know for sure that she's not returning, I'm I'm pretty sure that what they're doing now is that they're using their new and ready script that they were already having that they said they were going to use in case she doesn't return because she's not returning, they're probably going to use that script that they had ready in case she didn't return. So they probably are gonna use that script. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about is that the filming, it got delayed to June 9th. We got that revealed yesterday. We got so much news revealed yesterday, and it's just, it was insane. Like, yesterday, I literally had a headache just because of the news that was coming out yesterday, and then, like, reading everyone's, like, just comments, and, like, because, like, some people, they had, like, reasonable comments for what they were saying, but then some people were just straight out just being toxic and just, like, you know, just just spreading a whole bunch of like nonsense, saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and it was just like so. It was just a shit show yesterday. Like it just was not. It was just crazy yesterday. It was insane. But yeah, like yesterday, they basically had talked about they. It was confirmed as well that they're delaying the film to June 9th, which is now 2 days from now. Um, yeah, they're delaying the film. And I'm pretty sure it has to do because of Nev not returning. Like I doubt it would be for any other reason. Like at this point where we're at now, I doubt it would be because it could be for other reasons. Actually, I'm not gonna say it is. It isn't. Well, I'm not gonna say it is because of Nev Campbell not returning, but I'm just saying there is a possibility that it could be because of that. Because with her not returning, that means they probably have to use they have to use their new script that they were planning on using if she didn't return, and now they probably have to fix a few things that they were planning on doing. And you know also because this news is probably shocking to the writers and the directors hearing about this news that she's not going to return. So and I'm sure it's shocking for the cast that is part of Scream 6. Like they're probably like, what the heck? Like this is what is going on. Like this is just crazy. Like everyone's just, freaking out. The directors, the writers, the cast, like I'm sure everyone is just like bummed out and freaking out about all this. Like, this is all just crazy. So I feel like they delayed the film probably because they just wanna, just take a breather from all this. Like this is just big news that came out and out of nowhere, and it's just like striking, way too fast at everyone. So I just think that these are probably the the big the big reasons that they're gonna delay the film is probably because they're trying to get a new. They're probably gonna use their new ready script that they were gonna plan on using in case Nev didn't return, and because like this is just shocking news to them, and everyone just wants to take a breather and like relax and try to like sort things out, like because this is just crazy news to everyone. So yeah, I think those are the main two reasons I would say. And yeah, man, everything about this is just crazy. Like I just feel like this all could have been avoided, man. Like this all could have been avoided, and it just it does suck, man. Like where we're at now and how this all happened. Like it really does suck. Like if they would have just paid her, everything would have been good. But they just decided not to. So it just it is what it is at this point. Like I'm not even that. I'm not like angry that she's not returning, but I am a little, a little bothered by the fact that she's not for the reason that she's not returning. You know, with her not getting paid, that is what bothers me. It's not the fact that she's not returning, but the fact that she's not returning because she's not getting paid is the problem. If she would have just not returned out of her own will, that would have been fine with that. I've already said it. I've already said it before many times. Like I don't mind if Sydney does not return for Scream 6, but if there is no valid reason If it's not a good reason though that she's not gonna return, then yeah, it's gonna probably be an issue. And it's like this very well all could have been avoided. And there's been so many divisive opinions on this kind of stuff. Like so many people, they don't mind it. Some people, they're bothered by this news. Some people are in the middle, which is where I'm at. And like I just this is just all crazy news. Um, like the reason why I'm not really at the same time I'm not bothered by it is because like at the end of the day, you know, I'm still excited for Scream 6 at the end of the day. Like I'm still excited for Scream 6. You know, Jenna Ortega, she's gonna be returning. We know Kirby is returning. Um, we know Mindy and Chad are returning. Like we know all these characters are returning. So it's just like since we know all of these people are returning, the core four, Dermot Mulroney, a lot of these people are gonna be returning and whatnot. So yeah, it's just like at the end of the day, it just feels like we have the core four, we have Kirby, Gale, and then Dermot Mulroney. So that's seven people already. And then we don't even know the new cast that they're gonna announce. Because if they're pushing the film back for 2 days, I can only imagine that we're not even gonna get the full casting announcement until like probably like not anytime soon from now. If I would assume because it's just everything that's going on. I don't think we're probably gonna get a full casting announcement from now anytime soon at least. I could be wrong, but I just with everything going on, I don't think we are. You know, so we probably won't know the new cast until later on. But yeah, like this is all just crazy, man. Like I'm not really bothered by it because I know that all these exciting people are gonna be returning. They're gonna be in Scream 6. All these. I know all these seven people that are confirmed to return. I'm excited for that. I'm excited where they go with this story. I'm excited for Scream 6 just in general. But you know, I'm also just curious to see how they go about it. In Scream 6, without Sydney and only Gale. Like I'm curious. Like what are they gonna do? Like how are they gonna go about this stuff? Because I don't know. At the end of the day, because Gale already lost Dewey.